Looks like that's got a slight crack in it, that headlight. Might have to get that checked out. Welcome back, guys. So, last episode, nightmare. Don't really want to talk too much about it. I think that river over there has got some sort of magnet in it. That's twice now. I'm not saying any more about that. As for the grass field, what was I thinking? I have no idea. I thought that needed doing. I didn't even remember that we'd done that. And I didn't even notice that it actually had its first growth stage on there. I just thought it was the grass that we'd cut and didn't even notice that there wasn't any bushes, weeds growing in it, like it would have been if we were just ploughing it from fresh from the start. What an idiot is all I can say, but it just goes to show I've obviously got too much on my mind. What with these lambies and trying to build the farm up, I don't know. I think I need a holiday, but right, we're still in the same day because there's a couple of jobs I would like to get done before we wrap up for the day, get some dinner and rest, sleep through the night. The silage, I don't think that's quite ready. I had a little peek underneath the tarpaulin there. I don't think it's quite ready. It doesn't look it. What else do I need to tell you to keep you up to speed? We really could do with some sort of washer or something. I can't keep bringing or taking stuff up to the shop to get it washed. That's not fair on them, and it's not, you know, it's not like it is just only up the road. It's not far away, but it's a bit too far to keep washing things. Oh, the straw. We're going to pick the straw up and we're going to bale it, I think. That is probably our best option. I'm still undecided whether to keep a couple. Maybe if it's just even 2 bales. I'm not sure how many we're going to get off that field. I think it will be a fair amount. So possibly might keep some just for the future. I don't know, but I'm not sure how far off we are in terms of getting any animals. I mean, we haven't even got any pens yet. I think I may be getting a bit too ahead of myself, so we possibly could sell all of them off, but we need to get the baler out, so we're gonna have to move the mower there. Oh, that stone bucket that was there, that went up the shop with the Massey Ferguson. As you can see, that is not here. I sold the bucket back to the shop, got just over $700 for it. Not a lot, it wasn't very expensive to buy anyway, but I just thought we don't need it really. We're not picking up the stones yet, we're just rolling them in. Maybe we will go down that road in the future, I'm not sure. So I've sold that back to him. The Massey is in for a much needed service, so that is out of action. We will not be using that for a while. Hopefully they're not going to be too long with it, which kind of makes us a little bit stuffed actually for picking up the bales. So I think the bales will have to stay on the field until we get the Massey back. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow, but I will try and sort of put them under pressure without being too rude, if you can. Right, let's jump into this guy. And we're back up. We need to get that mower out. Like I said before, this shed is awesome. I do like this shed. It's well worth what we did with it, but where it is quite deep, when you're putting these things, oh, that's the let's fold that up actually, there we go. I don't think it would get out the door. Where it's quite deep, you're putting things down the back and then sort of kind of burying them, so that's kind of why I've put the things down the back that we're not going to be using that regularly. I mean, the last time we used this baler, let's go around that way actually, was quite some time ago, wasn't it? Anyway, we're going to get it out, it's going to get used. We're going to be picking straw up. there we go, we are on. This tractor could do with a bit of a service as well, and we're getting a little bit low on fuel as well, so that's something else I need to keep my eye on as well. I'll have to tell them at the shop that we need this one looked at, but we kind of need them returned ASAP. And the other thing I would like to do today is get another field ploughed in here, this area, and I think we will go tree to tree. I will show you what I mean by that. Pretty sure most of you guys know what I mean. So we'll keep away from that tree a little bit like we have there, so that we don't collide with the branches with the harvester and things like that, and we'll go from this tree down to that tree, kind of squarish again. I think it's going to give us a field about the same size as this, if not slightly bigger, but we will see. So that is the plan. That is definitely what I'm hoping to get done today. Let's unfold that, and we will. Oh, we've got a little bit of hay still left in here, but that should convert over into straw as we go. There we go. So yeah, we'll get this baled up. I think we will get quite a lot off of here. As you can see, the rows, the swaths are quite a plenty. We've got it on, it should be on the biggest size bales. I think straw is going to be about 9,000 litres. So into this field. It has all been done now though. It got limed, it's got grass growing again in it, but absolutely fuming about that, because technically we've lost a growth stage on there through my stupidity, but what can you do? It's done now, isn't it? So bit of a mammoth task this, but we will get it done. Right, we're almost there on this field. I'm quite surprised the amount of bales we've got actually. I had a thought though whilst I was doing this, and that thought was the loose straw that is over by where the old animal pens were. I think I'm going to try and pick all that up, but I think what I'll do is I'll get that done off camera, so that you guys don't need to witness that, because it's a little bit awkward over there, so I'll get that done. But yeah, we got quite a few bales here. I think we got 2 in the back here. There we go, we'll just unload those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Unlucky for some. I think that's 13. How cool is that though? Right, I'll get that done anyway, and I will see you back out here. We'll start marking this field out. Crack on with that. Progress is being made again. Right, we're back. I picked up all of that straw. It wasn't enough to make another bale. Obviously I knew that anyway, but it was worth picking up. It needed to be got rid of, so that we can do something with that area in the future. So if we, oh, there's a post there. If we go somewhere like that, maybe, should steer clear of the tree, shouldn't we? Let's go over a bit. That looks a bit too close. I don't know, I don't understand how we got away with being so close that side. I think the branches stick out a bit more this side. Anyway, I think we'll go, let's line up something like that. Same spot, isn't it? We'll go there. Let's go for it. We'll see what happens. I think we're on a slight turn. I can always tidy these edges up if need be. So yeah, it's going at a little bit of a funny angle, but we can sort that out. That's not bad. It's going to keep us away from that tree. I think we probably will leave those 2 trees, this one we've just gone past and the one that's over there, just because it's nice to have some trees, isn't it? We'll get rid of a few more though in the future, because that's going to boost our income. Right, we'll go roughly there. That's our sort of boundary where we mowed before. If we go too far over that, we're going to have problems because we don't own that plot yet. Maybe something for the future, but right now, definitely not. So head on down towards that other tree. We're going to get rid of a lot of these bushes as well, which is going to be nice. And then we'll get the outline done, and then we'll kind of have a look to see where we're at. Right, what does this tree do? That overhangs a fair bit as well, doesn't it? So I think probably there to play it safe. So yeah, looking back, that's probably about the same size, I think, which is cool. Then we could probably get this limed today. Whether we've got enough time to put a crop in, I'm not sure. It's getting on a little bit. I don't want to be too late having dinner tonight, because I had a bit of a late night last night. And then the other side of the tree, up to our other boundary, you can just about see where we've cut the grass. And we could have another sort of longer rectangular field and put something there. Obviously, I haven't got a clue what yet. I've not even got a clue what we're going to put in here. Thinking we might go for maybe, I don't know. Wouldn't mind trying to get some chickens. Oh, here we go. Look, we've got rain. Awesome. just what the doctor ordered. I think if we stop about there. Oh, let's just tidy that edge up. We got rain, that's okay. Ah, straw bales are getting wet though. Never mind. I think this is only going to be a light shower. Just, oh, there's a bit of thunder as well. Goodness me. Oh, that's not in for the day. Pretty sure it's only just a passing shower, but if we've got thunder going, that could be bad news. Awesome, that gets rid of those bushes. I think the soil's a little bit better this side. It seems to be pulling a lot better than when we did the grass field, and that field in front, it struggled a little bit when we did that. So that's not very straight, is it? What I've done up there. But like I say, I can tidy those edges up, that's not a problem. The main thing is to get this marked out. Let's see what we're up against. So that is all good. That is horrendously. The thing is, I've gone to try and miss the tree. So we either... Yeah, I can sort that out. I will sort that out. Don't worry. That's not a problem. And obviously we have got stones coming up again, but we'll do exactly the same as what we've been doing before. Put a crop in and then we'll roll it. That gives us our sort of rolling bonus, and it will push the stones back down into the ground. And because our seeders are direct drill as well, we should be able to just go straight on the field like that one over there. Which would be very good. So yeah, this is going to be a nice size field. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to carry on in the rain. Like I say, I'm hoping it's only going to be for a little bit. Sky looks pretty good around us, to be honest, so we'll see what happens, and I will see you when I've got this done and dusted. I'm probably going to tidy up that edge because that's not good enough for my standards, if I'm honest. I was trying to line up to avoid the tree and it looks horrendous, but I will sort it. Right, that is awesome. That is looking a lot better. I'm happy with that. It's looking a lot straighter down this edge. I've tidied it up. So, happy days. That's another job. As you can see, the rain has stopped. We are sort of starting to lose a little bit of light. But I'm thinking we might be able to squeeze a couple more jobs in before we sort of need to wrap up for the day. So what I'm thinking, and I've just been on the phone to the shop, because as we're sort of progressing and getting bigger fields, I think we're starting to outgrow that spreader over there in front of us, if I'm honest. So I've asked them if they've got anything a bit bigger. They only have one thing in stock. It's going to cost us around 12 grand, which I know is a little bit more than what I would have liked to have spent. But it holds a lot more than this. I'm going to unload that. I think that is lime in there. I think we will hold on to this though, because we could probably potentially use that as our fertilizer spreader, because that shouldn't go through the fertilizer as much as it does with the lime. But we're going to head on up to the shop. I've asked them if I can fuel up when I'm up there. I've talked to them about the service on this as well as the progress on the Massey. The Massey should be ready tomorrow, they've said, which is awesome because that means we can then pick up those bales and we'll get rid of them. I still haven't, I might have to sleep on this one. I still haven't decided whether we're going to keep any of them bales. I just think we're a little bit far off getting the animals. I know I've got a lot of help lined up in terms of Bill and his brother, also Seth as well. I think the rest of May is going to be quite a busy few days left what we've got of May. I'm going to get those sheds ripped down where the digger was left. They need to come down. That manure needs to be picked up. Bill has said we can bring that down to him. They give us a little bit something for it. I probably will do that with you guys though, so we can see how much we get together. The chicken coop, I don't think we can do much with that. I've had a look, I've jumped in there. The little house that they've got there, that is in bad shape. It's all rotten, it's got holes in it. I don't really think the fence isn't the greatest, so that possibly is going to get ripped down as well. But I think chickens might be the first kind of animals we go for. I think it might be cheaper to buy a chicken coop than it will be to get any of the other animal pens up and together. Whether there's any, you know, local farms we could ring round and try and source someone who's got like some sort of pen that we can take apart and rebuild back at our farm. I don't know. These are things I need to look into. I'll have a word with Seth about that actually, because he knows the area. He knows quite a lot of the locals as well. Anyway, I'm going to go and ask the shop if that is definitely okay to fill up from there. That's obviously going to cost us a little bit. And then I'm going to have a look at this spreader and see whether that is going to be suitable for us before I part with 12 grand or whatever it is. So I'll see you in a second, guys. Right, let's put that back there. Tractor all full up. We've bought the spreader. I've bought 2 bags of lime as well. It is actually slightly cheaper to buy the lime from the shop in the big bags than to buy from that chap. I think he's gone anyway. So we've bought a couple of bags of lime. This is a little bit colourful, but like I say, it's the only one they had, but I think it's going to be better. I think I quite like that actually. That's alright. I like the wheels on it. Very chunky, nice wheel. It's a bit bling bling, isn't it? But happy days. There's the lime. That will hold 6,000 litres, which is a huge improvement on the one we had. These bags are 2,000 litres, so that gives us 4 with that, and I think we've got a couple of thousand back at the farm. So time will tell to see how far that sort of goes, but yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that actually. I know it was a bit of a chunk out of our money, but it's what it's all about. We've got to earn money and then we've got to spend it, because anything that's going to improve us or make our lives a little bit easier, then we should be doing it in my eyes, I think. So we get some lime in there. Cool, look, we've got some white going on now with the colours. Happy days. A little bit too far away from that one. There we go. Now we'll grab the... well, should we just see how far 4,000 litres goes? Right, we are fully loaded. This should be good. Very impressed with that. Right, let's get back down to that field. We'll get that limed. Right, so let's see how far this goes in. I like the colours of this actually. Now the sun's kind of caught it, I think that looks quite cool. I'm not sure the spread width, I think it's pretty good. We'll have a little test here. Oh, not quite that much, is it? Let's back up a little bit more then. There we go, that probably should do it now. We'll see how far this gets us. We're still not quite there, are we? Come on. We will get there in a minute. Wasting lime like this. There we go. So we are in. We're off. Now it's still going to be using up line quite a bit. But it's just the capacity, I think, that's going to help us. Right, let's not crash into the fence. That's already in a bit of a bad state. We'll spin round. We'll go across that way. There we go. It's just a case of getting used to the spread width, I think. That's not too bad though. It's not going through it too excessively. Another purchase I think I'm going to be pleased with. We're pretty good up the shop, to be fair. They keep on phoning me up, telling me they've got certain things in. I'm not always interested in what they say. Well, not what they say, but what they've got, I should say. That's not quite what I was meant to say. That sounds a bit rude of me. Yeah, with what they've got, because it's either not right for our farm or it's just too expensive. So, but they do ring me up quite often, which is what I asked them to do. So to be fair, they've been pretty good that way. I mean, at the end of the day, if we say yes to something, they're going to be earning money, aren't they? So it's a win-win for them. So this is going pretty well. I'm quite surprised actually that we're not flying through the lime like we usually do. I think we'd have filled up about 4 times by now. So this could be a bit of a bonus, this thing. I'm hoping that we can get a crop in. I don't know if it's going to be a little bit, because if we do that we're going to need to roll it as well. Maybe that's being a little bit too ambitious, but if not, we can go again tomorrow. We should have a little bit of growth on the grass. Well, in fact it won't be tomorrow, will it? Because we'll be going into June. Forget what I'm saying, because the rest of May is going to be taken up with ripping things down on the farm. Right, let's go that way. It's just green everywhere, isn't it? I do hope one day that it gets all sort of developed and more things start getting built around here, because I certainly can't afford to buy all of this land. I think it's going to be quite some time before we can even afford to buy any more plots. But you never know, stranger things have happened. I've missed a little spot over there, but I'll grab that in a minute when we've finished. Shouldn't take us long. 3 passes maybe. The good thing is, they've told me at the shop as well, is this thing does have a few options to upgrade, so we can put a cover on it. I didn't want a cover on it because that was going to cost another, I think it was $1,200. And to be fair, you know, it can go live in that shed or any other sheds that we get in the future. It would be nice to have a cover on it. I would prefer to have a cover on it, but it's not a necessity right now. So yeah, decided against that. Also, the capacity can be increased, but I'm not sure we need that really at the minute. I think what we've got is pretty good. But we've got, well, technically we've got 4 fields. Oh, I'm going off course now. I'm too busy looking in the background at the sugar beet field and the grass field. Yes, so we have got technically 4 fields, but I think the plan further down the line is to get rid of that tree in between the sugar beet field and the grass field and expand that, put that all into one field, so then we'll have 3 really decent sized fields, and then maybe that behind us, that little rectangle that I said about earlier, maybe that could be our sort of permanent grass field, because I still think that that will be quite a lot of grass we'll be getting off that area, especially if we look after it, we fertilise it, etc. I do need to have a bit of a tidy up, but I think we are starting to get a little bit dark. I think if we start seeding, it's going to be too much to do, because like I said, we need to roll afterwards, and I think that's too much for the time we've got. Let's get rid of that bag like so. I do think we've got some lime in our silo as well, so that's awesome. But anyway, I'll have a bit of a tidy up around here because it is looking a bit messy, and like I say, I think the rest of May we're going to be a bit busy. We're going to get rid of all those, have a bit of a tidy up. The chicken coop's probably going to go, I don't know, we'll sort something out, but I will always keep you informed. But I think I'm going to go in for some dinner now, so I'll see you a little bit later, people. What was that? It sounded like it was outside. It sounded like outside. It almost sounded like someone was underneath the trailer. What is going on? It's nearly 1:30 in the morning. What? Well, it doesn't look any... Nothing's been pinched. Who is that? What's that? What the? That's our chair and our generator. Who's put that there?